Assalamu Alaikum and welcome back to Quran Stories, the channel dedicated to unveiling inspiring, authentic and educational narratives directly from the Holy Quran and Sunnah. In today's exciting episode, titled Armies of Light and Fire, the creation of angels and Jinn, we continue our captivating exploration into the early days of creation, as meticulously detailed by the great Islamic scholar Ibn Kathir in his renowned book, Al-Bidayah wan-Nihaya. In the previous episode, we witnessed how Allah, through his divine command, sparked the creation of the vast universe, the majestic throne, Al-Arsh, and the eternally preserved tablet, Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz. Today we shift our focus to an equally extraordinary and deeply fascinating chapter, the creation of two very distinct beings, angels and Jinn, each representing unique elements of Allah's infinite wisdom and creative power. Before diving deeper, let's remind ourselves of the authentic words of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, who gave us invaluable insight about these extraordinary creations. Hadith. The angels were created from light, the Jinn were created from smokeless fire, and Adam was created from what has been described to you, clay. Source: Sahih Muslim. This profound hadith provides a clear foundation for our exploration today. On one side, we have beings created purely from divine light, perfectly obedient and ceaselessly devoted to glorifying their Creator. On the other hand, we have beings fashioned from a unique, smokeless flame granted free will, the Jinn, whose choices would lead to diverse paths, some towards obedience, others towards rebellion. In this episode, we delve deeply into these remarkable creations, exploring their nature, their purpose, and their roles in Allah's divine cosmic order. The narrative today will unfold chronologically, starting with the pure beings of light, the angels, and progressing to the intriguing realm of the Jinn. We will discover how their creation sets the stage for the monumental events to follow, influencing not only their destiny but ours as well. As you listen to these profound accounts from authentic Quranic verses and prophetic traditions, allow your heart and mind to open to the deeper messages embedded in this divine wisdom. Each moment of creation is meticulously planned, purposeful, and intended as guidance for humanity. Join us now on this fascinating journey through the realms of light and fire, a journey that will expand your understanding of the universe, deepen your faith, and prepare you for the upcoming revelation about the creation of mankind itself. As we journey into the hidden realms of Allah's magnificent creation, we first encounter beings whose existence exemplifies purity, devotion, and perfect obedience: the angels. Angels are special beings Allah created purely from divine light. Their creation, described eloquently by the Prophet Muhammad, highlights their nature clearly. The angels were created from light. Source: Sahih Muslim. This hadith establishes an essential understanding. Angels are composed of absolute purity, entirely free from the burdens of earthly needs and desires. Unlike human beings and the Jinn, angels possess no inclination toward sin or rebellion. They exist solely for the glorification and worship of Allah, carrying out His divine commands flawlessly. The Quran beautifully illustrates this unwavering devotion. They glorify His praises night and day, never slackening. Quran 21:20. Reflect for a moment upon the profound significance of this verse. Angels neither tire nor deviate in their praise of Allah. Their continuous worship reminds believers of the ideal state of submission, a state we strive to emulate. Furthermore, angels serve numerous vital functions within the cosmic order established by Allah. Some angels bear the immense honor of carrying the throne of Allah, as mentioned in the Quran. Those angels who bear the throne and those around it exalt with praise of their Lord. Quran 40-7. Other angels, such as Jibril, Gabriel, are entrusted with delivering revelation. The majestic status of Angel Jibril is highlighted clearly in the Quran. Indeed, the Quran, is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. The trustworthy spirit Jibril has brought it down upon your heart, O Muhammad, that you may be among the warners in a clear Arabic language. Quran 26:192-195. Picture, if you will, the powerful presence of Angel Jibril, described vividly in authentic traditions. The Prophet Muhammad himself once witnessed Jibril in his original form, describing him with profound awe. "I saw Jibril descending from heaven, and his great size filled the entire horizon with 600 wings." Source: Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Angels also play an essential role in recording the deeds of every human being. Allah describes their meticulous recording vividly in the Quran, when the two receivers receive, seated on the right and on the left, not a word does a person utter without a vigilant observer ready. Quran 50:17-18. These angelic recorders, known as Kiraman Katibin, document every action we perform, whether hidden or open, large or small. This divine record ensures complete justice and accountability on the day of resurrection. In addition to their obedience and devotion, angels are numerous beyond human comprehension. The Prophet Muhammad shared an astonishing description about the immense number of angels, particularly in relation to Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, the frequently visited house in the heavens. Every day, 70,000 angels visit Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, and they never return to it again. Source: Sahih Muslim. Imagine the vastness of this divine assembly. Millions upon millions of angels continuously worshipping Allah, each new day bringing forth countless more in endless glorification. Angels also possess exceptional strength and power, capable of extraordinary feats by Allah's command. The Quran describes angels responsible for enforcing divine justice and protecting believers. O you who have believed, protect yourselves and your families from a fire whose fuel is people and stones, over which are appointed angels, harsh and severe. They do not disobey Allah in what He commands them, but do exactly as commanded. Quran 66:6. These powerful descriptions remind us of the gravity and responsibility embedded within the angelic roles, guiding humanity, enforcing justice, and maintaining the balance of creation according to Allah's perfect decree. Angels are also intimately involved in comforting and reassuring believers during crucial moments of their lives. Allah mentions their comforting presence at the time of death as a means of easing the believer's transition to the afterlife. Indeed, those who have said, "Our Lord is Allah," and then remained on a right course, the angels will descend upon them, saying, "Do not fear and do not grieve, but receive good tidings of paradise which you were promised." Quran 41:30. Their comforting presence extends to the believers even during worldly hardships. Allah sends angels as supporters, reassuring and strengthening the hearts of believers. Remember when your Lord revealed to the angels, "Indeed, I am with you, so strengthen those who have believed." Quran 8:12. This profound reassurance highlights the angels' active role in both spiritual and worldly affairs, serving as invisible yet steadfast protectors and allies for those who believe and trust in Allah. As we conclude this first segment, let's reflect briefly upon the angels' exemplary nature, beings of absolute purity and total obedience. Their existence serves as an everlasting inspiration for humanity to strive for a closer, more obedient relationship with our Creator. In the next segment, we will shift to another fascinating creation, one profoundly different from angels. We will explore the mysterious and fiery origin of the Jinn, beings granted the extraordinary gift and responsibility of free will, and how their story dramatically impacts our own. Having explored the radiant creation of the angels, we now journey into another dimension of Allah's creatio, distinctive, mysterious, and fascinating. This realm is inhabited by beings created from a unique type of fire, a smokeless, blazing flame. These beings are known as the Jinn. The Prophet Muhammad explicitly defined their creation in a clear and authentic Hadith. The angels were created from light and the Jinn were created from smokeless fire. Source: Sahih Muslim. Let us pause and reflect on the uniqueness of this creation. Smokeless fire, a substance beyond our earthly comprehension, captures the very essence of the Jinn. Unlike humans made from clay and angels from light, Jinn embody a fiery element, representing power, strength, and an inherent duality of nature. The Quran clearly emphasizes this unique origin, and we created the Jinn before from smokeless fire. Quran 15:27. The mention of smokeless fire highlights both the purity and intensity of their origin, distinct from ordinary fire known to mankind. This creation endowed the Jinn with attributes unlike angels or humans: flexibility, subtlety, and strength, enabling them to traverse realms invisible to human perception. One critical distinction of the Jinn from the angels is the blessing and burden of free will. Jinn, much like humans, possess the power of choice, allowing them to choose obedience to Allah or rebellion against His commands. The Quran emphasizes their purpose clearly. And I did not create the Jinn and mankind, except to worship me. Quran 51:56. This profound verse clarifies that the fundamental purpose of both Jinn and mankind is worship and submission to Allah. However, their free will introduces complexity, struggle, and the potential for either piety or corruption. The Quran further reveals intriguing insights about the Jinn, their societies, and their interactions. Allah provides us with details of their reaction to His divine revelation. Say, O Muhammad, it has been revealed to me that a group of the Jinn listened and said, "Indeed, we have heard an amazing Quran." Quran 72:1. These verses illustrate clearly that Jinn, just like humans, received the divine message, reacted emotionally, and made conscious choices, some accepting the guidance wholeheartedly, while others turned away in disbelief. However, the most notorious among the Jinn is undoubtedly Iblis, whose arrogance and pride led to the first recorded act of rebellion against Allah. It's essential to clarify here. Iblis was not an angel. Rather, he was from the Jinn, as confirmed explicitly in the Quran. And when we said to the angels, "Prostrate to Adam," they prostrated except for Iblis. He was of the Jinn and departed from the command of his Lord. Quran 18:50. When commanded to prostrate before Adam, Iblis's pride overtook him, sparking the following profound dialogue recorded eternally in the Quran. Allah said, "What prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you?" Iblis said, "I am better than him. You created me from fire and created him from clay." Quran 7-12. This arrogant statement became a symbol of defiance, pride, and ingratitude. Rather than seeking forgiveness, Iblis justified his disobedience through arrogance, falsely believing that the nature of his creation made him superior. Allah's immediate response was stern and decisive. Allah said, "Descend from paradise, for it is not for you to be arrogant therein, so get out. Indeed, you are among the disgraced." Quran 7:13. Thus began the eternal conflict between good and evil, humility and arrogance, obedience and rebellion. A conflict that directly influences the human story and emphasizes the profound implications of free will. Moreover, Iblis made a vow, driven by envy and resentment, to mislead mankind, challenging Allah directly. Iblis said, "Because you have put me in error, I will surely sit in wait for them on your straight path. Then I will come to them from before them and from behind them and on their right and on their left, and you will not find most of them grateful. Quran 7:16-17. This powerful declaration of hostility by Iblis introduces the eternal test humanity faces, choosing between obedience to Allah's guidance or falling into temptation and arrogance. Despite the defiance of Iblis, it's essential to remember that many among the Jinn chose and continue to choose the path of righteousness. The Quran clearly states the distinction among Jinn. And among us, Jinn are Muslims, in submission to Allah, and among us are those who deviate unjustly. Whoever has become Muslim, those have sought out the right course. Quran 72:14. This verse powerfully emphasizes free will's dual potential, the possibility to attain immense righteousness or succumb to grievous error. As we approach the end of this segment, we must deeply reflect on this profound lesson. Free will is a divine gift accompanied by immense responsibility. Like the Jinn, humans possess this gift and face daily choices. We are reminded continuously to choose submission over pride, humility over arrogance, obedience over rebellion. With these thoughts in mind, we conclude our exploration of the creation of the Jinn. In our next segment, we will discuss in depth the profound implications of free will for humanity, as revealed by Allah's guidance, Prophet Muhammad's teachings, and lessons from the narrative of Iblis. The creation of the Jinn, beings granted free will by Allah, brings forward one of the most profound and defining concepts in Islam, the significance of choice. Unlike angels, who embody perfect submission without the ability to disobey, Jinn and humanity navigate a world filled with constant choices between obedience and rebellion, guidance and misguidance. Allah clearly defines this profound purpose in the Quran. Indeed, we guided him, man, to the path, whether he be grateful or ungrateful. Quran 76:3. This verse succinctly summarizes the reality of free will. Allah has shown us the path, provided clear guidance through revelation, prophets, and the natural world, yet leaves the ultimate choice to our hearts and minds. Our existence is not one of passive submission, but active decision-making, grounded in wisdom and morality. The Prophet Muhammad further illuminated the interplay between Jinn and humans, emphasizing our shared journey and choices. There is none among you except that he has a companion from among the Jinn. Sahih Muslim. This companionship underscores the constant interaction between the human and Jinn worlds. Each human being faces internal and external influences that guide or misguide their decisions, choices that shape our ultimate destiny. Allah emphasizes the gravity of these choices, stating, "Whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it." Quran 99:7-8. This powerful verse highlights absolute accountability. Every single action, whether large or seemingly insignificant, has eternal implications. No deed is hidden from Allah's infinite knowledge or the meticulous records of angelic scribes. Reflect upon the example of Iblis. His fall was not merely due to a single act of rebellion, but the pride and arrogance underpinning it. The Quran vividly captures his defiance. Allah said, "What prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you?" Iblis replied, "I am better than him. You created me from fire and created him from clay." Quran 7:12. Iblis's pride serves as a powerful warning for all of humanity. His rebellion teaches us the crucial importance of humility. When given the choice between pride and humility, Iblis chose pride, leading to eternal disgrace. This timeless lesson resonates deeply, reminding us that humility is at the heart of sincere submission and genuine spirituality. Moreover, our Prophet, Muhammad, emphasized the significance of humility explicitly. No one who has an atom's weight of pride in his heart will enter paradise. Sahih Muslim. This stark reminder underscores that pride, like that exhibited by Iblis, can block the path to eternal salvation. Conversely, sincere humility opens the doors of paradise wide for the believer. Beyond humility, free will brings forward the responsibility of continuous self-reflection. Allah urges believers to consistently reflect upon their choices and seek His forgiveness. And whoever does a wrong or wrongs himself but then seeks forgiveness of Allah will find Allah forgiving and merciful. Quran 4:110. Free will is thus balanced perfectly by Allah's infinite mercy. While our decisions have profound consequences, Allah offers continual opportunities for repentance, reform, and redemption. The Prophet Muhammad reinforced this message of hope, stating, "By Him in whose hand is my soul, if you did not sin, Allah would replace you with people who would sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and He would forgive them." Sahih Muslim. This beautiful hadith encapsulates the divine balance. We are created with free will, prone to mistakes, yet always capable of returning to Allah's mercy. Our exploration today underscores this essential truth. Free will is not a curse but a profound blessing despite the challenges it presents. It elevates our worship from mere obedience to conscious, deliberate devotion. It transforms our life journey into a meaningful pursuit of Allah's pleasure. As we close this segment, remember this essential truth. Every choice matters, every action counts, and every moment presents a new opportunity to align ourselves with divine guidance. In our upcoming segment, we conclude this fascinating episode by reflecting on the overall lessons learned from the creation of angels and jinn. We'll look ahead at the next pivotal stage of creation, the introduction of humanity, where the implications of free will become even more profound. As we near the end of today's captivating exploration, let's briefly reflect upon the profound lessons we've uncovered. We began our journey by marveling at Allah's creation of angels, beings of pure, radiant light, perfectly devoted and unwaveringly obedient. These angels, free from any inclination towards sin or disobedience, serve as examples of ideal submission and purity. We then ventured into the fascinating world of the Jinn, beings crafted from smokeless fire, endowed uniquely with the incredible gift and profound responsibility of free will. Through the example of Iblis, we were reminded powerfully of the potential consequences of pride, arrogance, and rebellion against Allah's command. The story of the Jinn highlights both the beauty and the immense responsibility embedded within our choices. In reviewing these two distinct realms of creation, several essential insights become clear. Purity and obedience represented by the angels, and the powerful yet challenging gift of free will embodied by the Jinn. Each creation holds crucial lessons for humanity, encouraging us towards humility, obedience, and constant mindfulness of our choices. The Quran provides clear guidance, repeatedly reminding us of the ultimate purpose behind our creation. And, "I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." Quran 51:56. Reflect deeply upon this verse. It encapsulates our life's entire purpose, clearly defined and beautifully simple. Worship, as defined by Islam, extends far beyond rituals. It encompasses every action, every decision, and every moment lived in conscious devotion to Allah. The Prophet Muhammad reinforced this understanding, clearly advising, "Be mindful of Allah, and Allah will protect you. Be mindful of Allah, and you will find Him in front of you." Tirmidhi, authentic. This remarkable hadith serves as a guiding principle, teaching us that consistent consciousness and obedience to Allah attract His mercy and protection in every aspect of our lives. With the profound knowledge and wisdom gained from today's episode, let us move forward determined to apply these timeless lessons. Let us strive to emulate the angelic purity of obedience and humility, while carefully navigating the complex gift of free will shared with the Jinn. As we conclude, we invite you to join us in our next episode, an even more significant chapter in our journey through creation. We will explore the extraordinary event of the creation of Adam, the first human being. Prepare yourself for an in-depth account filled with wisdom, divine lessons, and the monumental consequences of the interactions between angels, jinn, and mankind. What was Adam's creation truly like? What profound lessons can humanity draw from Adam's first encounter with Iblis, and how do these lessons shape our lives today? Find out in our next episode as we uncover the astonishing origin story of humanity itself, continuing our inspiring journey through Ibn Kathir's Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya. Thank you for joining us today. If this episode has enlightened you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this knowledge with your family and friends. May Allah guide our hearts, accept our deeds, and bless our journey to Him. Until next time, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.